Welcome to the Currently Cringing podcast. I'm your host, Anisha Ramakrishna. I'm a TV personality and entrepreneur. Join me as I spill the chai on my cringeworthy life experiences with a side of dating, pop culture, and lots of laughs. Hey guys, welcome to Currently Cringing. So I left you off with a podcast episode which was raw, real, and it came from the heart. You know, it was a real experience. It sucked. And it was a dark and scary time because obviously it's something new and that's normal when something is so fresh. Having said that, I'm going to come with you today with the opposite energy, the other end of the spectrum. So someone the other day told me, you sound like a white male. I love America. I don't think I would be able to live in another country because me and my friends were just discussing the state of the country and where America is headed. And the truth is, none of us really know. But I, for one, do love this country. And that was the context in a joking manner. But then I really thought about it. And I have been called cocky at times. And I want to say that is my energy. I want to come into a room with the energy of a white male with white privilege. That's the energy I want in terms of confidence. And yes, I did tell you guys that I was depressed. I bombed a show, but I kept that internally. My husband, my parents, my siblings, my close friends, a handful of people knew how I actually felt. But outside, externally, you didn't see any of that. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. You may be at rock bottom. You may be in the gutter right now, mentally. I think a lot of people are. Keep that to yourself and for those who love you and actually care about you. Not everyone needs to know that. And go out there with white male confidence because you need to fake it till you make it. If I've learned anything, and I talk about this in my comedy shows as well, if you're going to learn anything from listening to this podcast, it's fake it till you make it. Be delusional. Believe in your dreams. And most of all, believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else is going to do it for you. And you need to go out there with confidence, even if it may come across as cocky, because when you're confident, other people are confident in you and your capabilities. And so you need to compartmentalize, which is what I did, which is what I've been doing. I didn't go out there, with my tail between my legs and crying and shaking in a corner. No, I went out there with big dick energy, even though I was feeling something completely different internally. And I think as a society, we are so prone to the negative and we are so eager to hear about someone else's sadness or mental illness or depression that when someone is somewhat confident, it comes across as cocky, even though that's just baseline confidence. Because we are so far removed from what it's supposed to feel like to be happy, because all we're told all day is that the world is ending and everyone's depressed and we have mental health issues. That's what we're fed daily on TV, on streaming networks, on social media. That's all we're shown. And if we're not scrolling on the depression topics, then we're seeing people in their Maseratis and buying their eighth Birkin and unboxing their mini Kelly. That's all we're being shown. There's no in between. We're not seeing normal people doing normal things for the most part. And I'm speaking for most of us because that's a lot of the content that's out there. The algorithm does not seem to be pushing the normal person. Those aren't the people that are getting follows. A lot of us as women, especially immigrant women or women of color, we have imposter syndrome. We've been told from a young age that we're not white, or we're not as good looking, or that the world is going to be harder for us because we're not white. We have been told all these lies, and then you create that as your reality. And you go into the world thinking you're not good enough or that you should be grateful for the bare minimum because you were told that that should be good enough. And that's the energy I don't want to bring with me into this world of comedy, because you're always going to have trolls. You're always going to have people who are going to tear you down. But if you're firm in your capabilities and you're confident in yourself, no one can take that away from you. Now, I've had a pleasant experience so far in comedy. I have sent club owners, club managers my work, my comedy reels, and that's how I've been booking gigs. And it's not like I just stepped into the world of comedy. I have been on TV for the past 5 years. And as someone in this world who is a minority woman, and when I say in this world, I mean in entertainment, in comedy, you're supposed to cross this fine line where you're humble, you don't call yourself funny, and you're grateful, but then you're supposed to go on stage and make people laugh. And it's such a paradox because at the end of the day, funny is funny. And now bringing my content to a stage and performing for people in front of a live audience is new, but my humor isn't new. And then you meet a lot of these famous comedians and they're normal people. They're just like me and you. They're not better. They may have had more practice and more time, and they were at the right place and had different opportunities, but they're not better. And even in the corporate world, we've all been there where sometimes you feel like you're smarter than your boss. And why is your boss in that position and you're not? Or the CEO of a company, they're not better than you, but they're there. They're probably there because they believed that they belonged there. And that's the point I'm trying to get across to you today. Your own self-limiting beliefs are preventing you from being where you want to be. And I'm actually speaking to myself when I say that. We often like to think that people in higher positions know something that we don't know. That's not usually the case. Once you actually scratch the surface and you talk to a lot of successful people, you realize that they're in the same boat as us. They're just trying to figure it out as well, and everyone's faking it. The big difference is that they believed that they deserve what they have, and some of us don't. And so imposter syndrome can really ruin a lot of opportunities for you. And it's basically a waste of your time. You're just creating a gap between you and what you deserve by not believing in yourself. You may be great at something, but someone else is doing what your dream is because you don't believe that you can do it. So today I'm encouraging you, myself, we need to get out of our heads. We are just self-sabotaging ourselves. And I say we because I know, because most of us as women This is how we think. This is how we were raised to think. And maybe tonight I'm going to do this. Be clear with what you really want the rest of the year to be. We've got, what, 5 months left? I know what I want to happen. And maybe we should all do that exercise today. And once you do it, share it with me or whoever. And don't be afraid of judgment. If it sounds stupid, who cares? As long as you believe it and you work toward it, who knows what could happen in the next 5 months? And the position I'm in today is having to start over in a new category in entertainment, despite having put in the work for the past 10 years, because people don't value reality TV. People just see it as trash TV. So if anyone has to believe in themselves, it's me and you. I don't know where you are in your life right now, but I'm sure you think you belong somewhere else, or you feel some things should have happened already that haven't happened. And so maybe today we write down those things that we want to happen by the end of the year and keep that list in a mirror every day. I was listening to someone on TikTok, of course, and they were saying that they kept this list of things on their bathroom mirror because that's where they went every day, first thing in the morning. And I believe it was affirmations. But I'm saying let's write down our goals that we want to accomplish by the end of the year. And these goals can be any goals. They don't have to be career-related goals. They can be part of any aspect of your life, whether it's health, relationships, whatever it may be. And write this down and put it on your bathroom mirror and slowly make changes to work toward it. But as I get older, I'm realizing all of this might be a game. It's a game of who believes in themselves the most and who believes that they deserve things, good things. Have you ever had an idea and then the next month you'll see someone else doing the same thing you had thought of? The difference is they took the initiative to go and try. They didn't care about the what ifs. They just went and did the damn thing. We have our friends visit all the time from Miami and New York. They come stay with us when we are in Scottsdale. And it's lovely because, friends and family, it's just such a big part of my life. And we love having our closest friends stay with us. So where I'm going with this is one of my best friends came to stay with us a week ago. And there's a crystal shop here in Old Town Scottsdale, and it's literally called the Crystal Shop. And anyone can go buy a crystal on Amazon.com or online and whatever. But I like taking people to this store because it's an experience. That's what you're paying for, the experience, and to meet the owner, who's just lovely. And I've been taking my friends to this store because when one of my other best friends, Marie, had come to visit, we have a mutual friend who has a brain tumor. And we thought, why not buy our friend a crystal? And so we went to this store when she was visiting and we said, look, our friend has a brain tumor, and what would be a good crystal to just give her peace and healing? And, the store owner had tears in her eyes, and we all kind of broke down in tears. And it was just an amazing spiritual moment. And, we were able to buy a crystal for my friend, and we gave it to her. And then since then, I've been bringing my friends to that store when they come visit. And so a week ago, my good friend Diana was visiting, and we went to the store. And somehow we thought, why not buy crystals for each other? We went in with the intention to buy crystals for ourselves, but then we thought, why not gift each other a crystal. And my friend told the store owner, what she wanted a crystal for. And then it came to me, and I just looked at her and I just said, I'm tired. I'm physically tired. I've been hustling for so long. I didn't say hustling, but I think of like 3-6 Mafia, like, I'm hustling. Like, that's not what I said. I said, I've been working hard for so long, like it's been a decade. And I just feel so far away from where I want to be. And she looked at me and she said, the root cause of everything for you seems to be indecision. And indecision comes from a lack of self-belief because you don't think you're going to make the right decision. And so you take time and you dwell on things and you don't end up doing anything because you're so afraid of a wrong outcome. And true fearlessness comes with the confidence of making a decision and knowing that the outcome might not be great and being okay with that and learning to live with that. And it just did something to me. I don't know. And then we got our crystals and we left. And then sure enough, 30 minutes later, my friend asked me a question and I couldn't decide. And I went back to what, the store owner said. Look, I can't even make simple decisions quickly. This is a problem. And it's something now that I've become aware of and I'm conscious of. And so now when I have to make a decision, I give it a few seconds and then I make the decision. And this is now a week-long exercise. It's still new, but I'm just sharing with you the experience I had and kind of a realization. Imposter syndrome, indecision, not being where you really want to be in life for the most part, the root cause for all of this is a lack of self-belief somewhere deep in my subconscious, and maybe yours too. And I encourage everyone listening, whether you're male, female, whatever you identify as, go out there with white male confidence. You are amazing. You deserve it. And you belong. And if it wasn't meant for you, then the idea, the thought would not even be in your brain. But the fact that it's in your brain, to me, I think there's a version of ourselves already in that place, in that next level of where we want to be. And that's why we're getting those thoughts and those ideas. Because in the future, there's a version of you that already has that. And I don't know if I sound crazy, but I've been doing a lot of introspection, and I just wanted to share all of that with you guys. I hope it all made sense for you today. If not, feel free to email me, DM me, or let me know, what part of the journey you're on. I'd love to know. Thank you for listening. Thank you so much for sipping the chai with me this week. If you like the show, remember to rate, review, and subscribe. You can also find me on Instagram at Anisha Ramakrishna. I would love to hear from you. Join me next week for more chai.